Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, Big Fun. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Spend a lot of time out here doing what I do for you. Hope you appreciate it. I enjoy doing it, so let's do what we do. I got a nice lesson for you today. My man, I watched on Sunday morning, Dr. Ray Hagen's. He had a song that he made. I'm so glad I can be myself. I don't have to be no one else. I've never been nobody but myself. I just didn't really know thyself. Let's talk about it. Excuse me. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but you don't have to answer for yourself. Tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know the dangers. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. Yeah, that's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and too. Might not be true. Again, in order, right there, let's talk about in order to be your best self, you have to know who thyself. See the play on the words there? If you know who thy is, you get the concept. If you sit and say, well, who's thy? Pay attention. I'll help you out. The question in life is, how can you be what or who you don't know you can? So, know thyself. In order to know yourself, you and that thy are one. Everything comes from the one. When you realize that's where you come from, that's when you can go back home conceptually. So, but let me explain this to you again. When I believed, listen to that word, believe and knowing ain't the same thing. Because when I believed that I was the best drug dealer come down the pipe since Mo Man, yeah, I was, man, you couldn't tell me nothing. I believed it was all me. It was all about me. But I found out what? I was wrong real quick. That was a short-lived life expectancy. Mo Man hustled all his life. He had different hustles. He had different concepts. But he was a hustler all his life. I don't know how he did it. I ain't built for that. Why? The first time they took me and locked me up, I'm done with this stuff. You can keep this hustle thing. Why? I gotta try a new hustle. Going to jail ain't my thing. So I knew that a long time ago. I stopped doing things that get me locked up. That's my point. I didn't believe that. I knew that. When I got out, I ain't doing this no more. Okay. But again, when you get back to if you believe that you're someone that you're not, that means what? You don't know. Belief and ignorance is the same thing. It means not to know. Okay? So you don't want to believe or be ignorant. And if you're ignorant, you believe it. If you follow a belief system, dun 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 dun, you're gonna have problems. But to know yourself, in order for that to happen, in order for you to be yourself, you got to know yourself. When you have self-knowledge, meaning you know about you, and everything I teach is about you, self. You have no need for what? Belief. You don't need belief when you know. It says, know thyself. not believe in thyself. The belief system wants you to believe in God, not to know God. My job is to get you to know God. Why? Believing in Him don't do you no good. And some people it works for them. If it holds you accountable, all you bad preachers who know the word, preach the word, did you know it or you believe it? Because it didn't hold you accountable to abide by it. So it's a difference. Again, knowing yourself comes from you, what? Studying, getting the information, getting the knowledge, and then practicing it, what? For yourself. Self-knowledge is just that. Self-knowledge. Knowledge that you obtain for yourself. What? About yourself. Spiritual knowledge is God knowledge. That's what you should want to know. And when I realized I wasn't, what? The best drug dealer? No problem. I focus on what? Being my best self. Being a good person, being a better father, a good husband, a good friend. Anything other than a damn drug dealer. I had a buddy, ex-buddy, friend of mine, who robbed banks. I had to ask, dude, what the hell possessed you to rob bank? Well, I had to feed my kids. That's the dumbest answer I ever heard. The dumbest. That's a dumb. I got children. I wasn't robbing no bank. I didn't sell drugs. Why? To feed my kids. I didn't get me a damn job. A 9 to 5. What? Some security. They're robbing banks. I'm sure that wasn't secure because hustling sure wasn't. So I needed job security. I went and put 25 years in at UPS. Retired, get pension. So the other game, he didn't have no retirement plan. He didn't have no backup plan. Hustlers ain't got no 401ks. Hustlers don't have retirement payment plan on a monthly basis. I get now money every month until I die. So whatever happens, I still have money coming in. Why? I set that pattern up for myself. That's what you're supposed to do in life. Secure your position, what? For later. All right. But first, I had to, what? Know myself. Take stock and get inside yourself and find out who you really are. That 3.5 years showed me a lot about myself. So I studied and I practiced what I learned about what? Doing it for myself and working to be what? My best self. That means putting myself in a positive position, something constructive and positive, constructive, and go 100% full tilt, all in. I did that with the drug game, but the payoff for that wasn't good. I've been doing this now over 10 years, teaching from this perspective, and I ain't missed a beat. That life lasted 5 years. It seemed like a long time. There was a lot of stuff happening, but wasn't a good payoff. That's what I'm saying. And doing that didn't require me being my best self. I was being somebody else. Okay, so I realized that too. And I have been, for the last 45 years, been my best self. What? For the last 40-some-odd years. And now I am knowingly my best self. I don't believe I'm my best self. I know I'm my best self by what? The work that I put in, the things that I do on a day-to-day basis and have been doing for years. So you can't tell me about me. I can tell you about me. You can't tell me jack about me. You can tell me what you think and how you feel about me, which to me means nothing. So you keep that to yourself. Be good. The work that you have to put in daily over a period of years will get you to what? Know, not to believe. Belief is good until what? Knowledge comes in the room. Knowledge come in, he cowers and ease out the back door, like the liars. Okay, why? They can't stand up to the truth. They ain't presenting the truth, so they got to get out the way. That's why. And if you're dealing with belief, you need to get knowledge. Why? Because belief can take a hike. That's what you want, knowledge, not belief. That's all I'm saying. Knowing thyself or yourself is when you have reached that level of what? Self-mastery. You had to put the work in. Self-mastery. Ego self. Everybody start out that way. A lot of people don't advance. And those who do, it's because they put the work in. Okay? I can tell you that, again, from experience. Like me, that's what? That's how you be your best self. What? Master yourself. Become a master of yourself. That's your best self. I know just who I am. I know just how to do what it is I need to do. I was always my ego self. Full of that. Ain't nothing missing there. But thyself wasn't in the picture. Okay? I always was my ego self. I just didn't know thyself. When I figured that part out, everything changed as it should be. If you still working on belief and you're still on the ego, you ain't ready yet. And he knows that. So when it happens, you don't know why. If you ain't better than yourself, you ain't gonna know yourself. So you can't be what? Your best self. Simple, it all plays out. I knew my ego self real well. Okay? But that wasn't thyself or my higher or true self. No less my best self. I gave my best effort doing wrong. I was good at that. But the payoff is not good for me. Might be for somebody else. Going to prison, I don't want that. I don't want that deal. So I was raised on the other side of the tracks. Everything my old man was involved in was crooked, illegal, not above board. So I grew up thinking that was the way to go until I went out to the world. Oh no. So I know now. But I was raised on the side of the tracks by my dad. I call him Darth Vader. He knew what he was doing, and he was good at what he was doing, and he chose to do that. Okay, but in the end, see, I paid with a few years in prison. He paid with his life because he didn't learn till later. He never learned. How about that? He never learned till what? It was time to go, and too late then. All right, understand that. I thought being good at being bad, because that's what my man was my best self. Man, I'm glad I was wrong. I'm so glad I was wrong. Because if I'd kept doing that dumb stuff, I wouldn't be here. I'd still be in prison somewhere or dead doing that nonsense. Believing I'm the best drug dealer. Believing that this is my calling. I'm here to sell drugs. How ignorant could that be? How ignorant mentality. I had that mentality. I can tell you now, yeah, that's what I was. I was all in on the nonsense. Hook, line, and sinker. Until they clink, clink. Oh, hell no. So I made my decision while I was paying my dues. So when I got out, I'm done with them. I did 2 years on parole. Okay, to finish it out. I didn't have a problem with that. I want to see this guy once a week compared to, no, I take that deal. So no problem. I got through that. Moving on. But I thought, again, if you thought, you're wrong. You didn't mean, if you thought, that means you didn't know. Thought, belief, and ignorant, all the same club. Okay? I thought being a good, bad man was my best self. Oh, I was wrong. I now know my best self is what? Me knowing thyself. Changed my life. Did you know that right thinkers, when you realize your higher self, your thyself, oh, that's the name of the game. That's what you come here for, to do just that. Know thyself, aka your higher self. And it's lessons, it's teachers, it's out there. A lot of us just don't want it. I'm here every day giving it away. I can't get 10 people coming in my channel, so I'm not beat for that again. Those 5 who do, I appreciate you. Let's go. I can always show appreciation for the little bit of people that deal with me. Remember, thy. I told you in the beginning, if you didn't know who thy was, by this time in the lesson, I'm 13 minutes in. You don't know thy is God. I'm just saying. Yeah, know that for yourself. I'm trying to teach you how to do just that. And if you do things you need to do, just like at the crossroads, they know how to conjure the devil. They know how to get the devil's attention. I know how to get God's attention. I know how to get the devil's attention too. That's my at both sides. Oh yeah, I've been the crossroads, been there, done that too. Again, these experiences that I can share from my own experience. That's it. I don't give a damn about a movie, but the movie portrayed certain identity aspects. But that's what for sure. Mine was real. Okay, I know the real deal. Moving on. And again, I keep telling you, remember, thy is God. So knowing thyself is knowing what your God self is, what one and the same. And knowing your God self supersedes what your ego self. The ego will acquiesce. Yep. If you see the ego, Set, when they in the underworld, Set is his best fighter. Okay, everybody's scared the hell of Apophis. He's scared the hell out of everybody. They awestruck. Set don't give a damn. Man, get him. Don't mess with him. You ain't getting to Ra. He protects him. Okay, moving on. That's the concept of the ego. It seems one way, but it really something else. It's your best fighter. Use it to serve you, not to control or run you. That's all the concept for that is. All right. Again, I love that song. I'm so glad I can be myself. I just changed the words. I'm so glad that I know thyself. Now I can what? Be my best self. Invest in yourself. If you invest in you and you lose, who can you blame? Damn the stock market. Okay. No, you invest in you. Okay. I'm my best product. Why? I'm selling me. All I got is me. That's it. Moving on. When I was in the drug game, I had drugs. I don't got drugs. I just got me. Knowledge and hopefully experience that you can help to help you can be your best self. That's what I'm selling. No, I'm giving it away. Self-knowledge. When you know thyself, it's only because you took the time out to what? Learn your life lessons what? For yourself and reached it by practicing and mastering yourself. It don't get no better than that. I'm so glad I can be what? Myself. I never know how to be nobody else, so I'm not beat for trying to be somebody else. I follow him the wrong way, but yeah, after that, man, I'm gonna be myself. No. If I'm gonna mess this thing up, it's gonna be on my terms, not somebody else's. That's what I'm saying. When I got out of prison, my man, you ain't leading me nowhere. Understand that, and that's we parted ways. Okay, why? He will still continue to do what he's doing. I don't give a damn. I ain't doing it. Ex-wives, ex-friends, dad, don't make a difference. If I ain't with the program, I ain't with the program. I don't give a damn. I'm moving on. And I make that decision for myself. That's why I'm glad I can be myself. I ain't got to pretend, perpetrate, or act like nobody else or try to appease somebody else. I appease me. I'm satisfied and approve of my higher self, thyself. Moving on. But when you serve, again, so when you serving, I'm so glad I can be myself. I don't have to be like nobody else. If it's good, it's okay. I got a son and I got a grandson that's being like me. I can see me in them. That's the beautiful thing. It don't get no better. I see my image in them and they living it and they being fine. If we had done that, that wouldn't be possible. I'm just saying. So yeah, when you're wrong, you got to make a decision. I stopped following wrong. I made that decision a long time ago. And we parted ways. He's still my dad. I love you, but I'm not doing what you do. Simple as that. If you can't make those decisions for yourself, you don't know yourself. Okay, you can't be your best self. Try to please somebody else. That's my point with that. And I learned that lesson, again, through experience. When you serve your higher self, I came out of prison over 47 years ago. I wasn't serving my lower self. No. I put my work into what? Find me a job, start working it, and manipulate it from there. I went to UPS, got on, and didn't look back. Okay? So yeah, I changed my life. And I use that as a springboard to show you I've been there. I got out of that nonsense real quick and left whoever's in there. Why? I ain't doing it. I don't give a damn what you do. To this dying day. Moving on, leave that alone. But yeah, if you are who you are, that's who he was. Obviously, that's not who I am. Different people. But when you can be your best self, that means you're living right and it'll show. Why? People recognize good and righteous living, doing the right thing, doing the right. That's what's recognized. That's what he recognized. So when you're doing it, people will see, and he recognizes, he take care of you on the other side. But if you're being your best self and know it, then your blessings that you receive daily will surely show it. Man, that brother, yeah, that sister, just everything seems to be going well. People see that. What? It's the way you handle yourself, the way you conduct yourself, the way you carry yourself. At this point in my life, I am my best self. Why? Because I know thyself. That says it all. Do you know thyself for yourself? Let me help you out. If you don't, that's my goal. You ain't got to go to church. You ain't got to do no. Listen, live, and practice what I'm teaching you, and you'll know yourself in a period of time. If you want to put the work in, I can help you. Knowing one thing about me, your horoscope sign. Pay attention to that. That's just one aspect of yourself, and it's a part of yourself that you might want to take a look into because they know me. They expressed everything about me and my character. They got me paid to the bin. I'm like, how the hell did they know that? They got him paid too. So you know different. Your horoscope, they know about you. You just don't know about you. When you learn that, that's one of the things you can master. And I know I'm a Capricorn. Whatever your sign is, whatever who are you feel. But that gives me personal insight into who I am. Why? So I can understand from this ain't just new. What? This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what Capricorns do. You are that way you are. You cold hearted, all that stuff. Everything they say about me, how the hell they know that? But they got me. When they ran up on me, they got me. I'm done. Party's over. I ain't even putting up a fight. Nah, man, I'm good. When you're good, you're good. When you're done, you're done. When you realize you're done, ain't nothing else you can do. Yeah, okay, you got me. Simple as that. Tap out, uncle, whatever. All right. But now I live in what I call a meditative lifestyle based on what? Doing the right thing no matter what. I'm not going to argue, hoop, holler, fuss, and fight, and get out of pocket. No matter what. Well, I'm maintain. That's my philosophy that I live by. I hold myself accountable to do that. At this point in my life, I'm living, my best life, spiritually and mentally. And if you give me money, that's just the cream, that's the cherry on top of the pie. Why? Because that's the one thing I don't really, got or really, aspire to have a lot of. No, I ain't beat for that. But if it comes in, I'll take it, I'll enjoy it, but it ain't gonna make or break me. That's all. My spirituality, my mental keeps me fine. Financially, just mean I can get more hoodies. I can get different, I can do a whole bunch of stuff. That's all. But no, I'm not beat for that. Understand that. And I'm in my spiritual groove. My mojo, my mojo is working. Can you feel it? Can you understand it? And do you have your mojo working in life? That means you living right, you doing right, and things just fall in line. Like my pastor say, just hang on, go for the ride. Okay, don't fight it. No, just go for the ride. When it's bad, you want it to happen. You want it to go on. But when it's good, you just hold on. Just ride it. Don't do nothing. Just let it do. So I'm just right now. I'm just riding. All right, let me wrap it up so I can go back to the ride. I got another lesson for you coming up. Yeah, I got you. But right now, let's wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. If it look like I'm having fun, I am. So understand that. With self-knowledge, again, that's the key. Being your best self shows what you're different than everybody else. We're all individuals. Be you. But in order to do that, you got to know you. Get the concept. Hope you enjoy the lesson. In closing, right thinkers. May you all day to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I'm living my right thinkers who now understand how to be their best self by knowing thyself that passed away.